Good evening, everyone. I want to do a quick video on here. I don't really post videos much at all, so um, yeah, I just had some thoughts. I was assaulted a year ago by a homeless guy. Um, it was at work, and I was doing my job. I was assaulted by a homeless guy, and actually, keeping with that, just kind of loving the warrior ethos, I suppose. Mentally and physically, I was ready for it. Mentally and physically. Um, and I knew it was going to happen eventually. I have a pretty dangerous job, or I had a pretty dangerous job, I should say. But I I was ready for it. Did a really good job. Ended up neutralizing the situation. And then let's say an unforeseen accelerator was thrown into the mix of the incident, and um, I I perhaps I got caught slipping. Um, Ended up paying for it. I neutralized the situation in the end and took care of the assailant, um, all lawfully. I mean, nothing there. But I was not the aggressor, um, but ended up neutralizing the situation, and in that regard, it worked well. But in the process, uh, tore the um, the tendons out of my arm, tore my bicep tendons out of my arm, and I ended up having to go through a surgery to get them sewed back on. Now, my arm was in a cast for a few weeks, and I remember taking the cast off after the appointed time. It was weeks though, and I remember taking that cast off. I haven't moved that arm in a long time. And I remember looking in the mirror and like my shoulder and my bicep and my forearm there were gone. They were gone. I had complete atrophy, no muscle mass at all in that one arm. And I was still going to the gym during that whole time. And I was just doing band workouts, like with one arm, just with like the bands, resistance bands, just different workouts, walking on the treadmill, doing more legs, like leg press and stuff like that. So I never let it stop me, but it was really dark, man. It was really dark. I didn't work for most of 2025. I was out on workman's comp for like 8 months, 9 months, something crazy. I mean, it was like I was in bad shape, man. And there was days that really got to me, man. But I maintained my parent, and by the grace of God, thank God, Lord have mercy. I had friends that made myself and my son some meals, and people came over and helped me with my house a bit, helped me with my dishes. But I remember it was so bad off, and I've kind of prided myself on being like fit for my age and being very dedicated to exercise and things like that, and kind of always felt strong. Um, but there was a point where I couldn't even get my son's jelly jars to give him some jelly. I couldn't even get the damn jars open. That's how weak this arm was. I couldn't even grab onto the damn um, edge of the jelly jar and twist it. I had zero strength, none at all whatsoever. It was very awful. It was very trying. It was very humbling, and it was very depressing. And I kept picking my son up like I normally would, figuring it out. My poor son, he loves to wrestle. and I couldn't even wrestle with him. For weeks, I couldn't wrestle with him. And then finally, once I felt comfortable enough, even in the one sling, you had it propped up against your body here, I was just doing this here, but, with one hand, but I couldn't take him down or anything or kind of maneuver. It's just this one hand kind of playing with him. But I kept showing up for him, and he's been coming with me to the gym this whole time and watching me get better and better. And though I will never be where I was, maybe, I mean, it's been 1 year, like 3 days ago. It's been 1 year, and I've made great improvements. But I'm not lifting what I was, and maybe that's not the point anymore. Maybe that don't matter. It's important to me, but I think the important thing is that my son sees his dad trying again. He sees his dad going again. He sees his dad got his ass kicked, and he tries again, tries harder, goes back, fights the angst and the depression. It got really depressing there for a while. I couldn't do a whole lot of anything. And my son got to watch his dad overcome. Today, I benched pressed more than I've bench pressed in a year. And it wasn't anything impressive, but it was decent. It was fair. I felt good about it. And I haven't even attempted anything like that weight in a year. And I decided today was the day. And I put a certain weight up on the bar, and it felt really good. It felt really good. I'll feel it tomorrow. It'll be sore, but and I wasn't maxing out or anything, but that's okay. It was a weight that I've been wanting to get to since the incident, and I got there. And my son, he comes with me to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, and he does the exercises too. He loves them. He doesn't lift, but there's certain exercises I give him. He's got to do jumping jacks or run laps with me or something like that. And boys need that physicality. But boys need to see their dads overcoming. And boys need to see their dads making a comeback story. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so pro men, fathers being able to stay in their kids' life after divorce, is because men really do teach just getting the ever living shit kicked out of you by life. But you're overcoming, you're self-regulating, you're regulating your emotions, and you are trying again. That's very, very important. And with all these laws that erase fathers, it's not helping anybody. We're reaping the reward of that, of 3 generations of that having happened. We're reaping the benefits of that now. And none of these talking points about fathers' rights or anything, and none of it matters until the law is changed. Bottom line, that's it. Be aware of them, but they will change eventually. But dads, married or unmarried, your kids need to see you self-regulating and overcoming. That's very important. I was ready for the altercation, physically and mentally. I was not ready for the backlash of the injury. Not even close. I was ready for that fucker. There was a lot of pre-attack cues. I held my own. I did my job against somebody bigger than I am. I would say significantly bigger. And with an absolute killer mentality. The man wanted to kill me. I overcame him. And in the end, I won. But I lost a lot. I lost a lot. And I knew eventually it was going to happen. I worked in a very dangerous field in a very dangerous area, and I knew my number was going to get punched eventually. I knew it. Um, and again, to some degree, I was ready. But man, when these just bad things happen, it's like you can handle the things and you can get through them. But to walk out the process of healing from something, physically, emotionally, it takes a long time. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. But something that I take some comfort in is that my son gets to see me do it. My son gets to see me do it. And that gives me courage that I can overcome and show self regulating to my child in spite of disaster. That's not a bad thing. I'm going to have some tobacco. Enjoy the stars. And rest well tonight. I hope you all do the same. Rest well. Good night, y'all.